welcome. And now when I usually say no laughing on the show, I mean it. But today is no laughing matter. Now I chuckled a little bit, but don't make me laugh, because this is not a laughing matter. Today is not a great day. We're almost 7 days away from the season kicking off. And a guy whom myself and maybe some others were expecting to play a large role in this season, I don't know what's going to happen, young man. I was an idiot when I was a kid, I'll be honest. So I'm not trying to be up here passing judgment. So off top, let me say that on the show. I've done stupid things as a child. Now, one of the things I did not do was inhale NITROUS oxide through a balloon or any other vessel, because my mom was a nurse and she used to do the whole scare thing, you know. So I was real afraid if that stuff really messed with my brain, especially, you know, at a young age when that thing's still developing. So I've never personally done it, but I've bared witness to people who have. I've seen it live and direct in front of my face. I know the short-term effects. I know you feel goofy for like a couple minutes and then it's gone and you're pretty much fine and then you're good to inhale some more. But all that does is keep, you know, reciprocating the negative effects. So off the top, I want to say, kids, don't do drugs. Fuck's wrong with you? Kodak Black, I think he spoke to some kids the other day. He said something really nice, which said, kids, don't do drugs because they're really great and you'll like them. So if that's not a reason not to, maybe the development of your brain and your limbs, etc. Look, I've got a whole window here that I'll show you. These are the negative long-term effects. Now, again, the short-term effects, I get it. He's not going to be fucked up for a week. Like, I'm not some Nancy Reagan, just say no to drugs, kids. No, live your life, experience shit. But when you are in a professional profession, as an athlete, as a top 6 guy at a club, we bought you, gave you the number 8 shirt, and in a professional forum, you've been sometimes good, sometimes shit, sometimes non-existent. Now, it's one thing if you're performing as one of our top 3 players last season, top 5 players. You know, people who like to drink, I don't drink. But if you do like to drink, there's no judgment. You know, Jack Grealish going off kilter when it's off season. Bro, it's off season. Fuck around. Don't talk to me about my choices during the off season. But when we are fucking 7 days away, 8 days away, whatever it is, semantics at this point. When you are this close to a season kicking off and you are the number 8, the guy that Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall are looking at saying, I want to be better than this guy. How do I get better than Bissouma? Well, step number 1 is don't inhale fucking nitrous oxide. That'd be step number 1. But if you look at these long-term effects, now this is repetitive use of the nitrous gas, memory loss, vitamin B12 depletion, ringing or buzzing in the ears, incontinence, numbness in the hands or feet. Now, he uses his feet for his fucking job. It's kind of like a painter playing, what's that game where you put your hand on the table and then you stab in between all the fingers and you do that as fast as you can? That was a thing I remember hearing about, like Russian people did. I don't know. But, you know, if I'm a painter, I'm probably not going to play that game because I don't want to cut off the appendages that make my money. Numbness in the hands or feet cannot be. Limb spasms and loss of muscle control in arms and legs. So when he has an errant pass week 1 versus Leicester, are we all going to turn around and say maybe it was that nitrous oxide affecting his limbs long term? I don't know. Shout out Gatorade Twitch. They don't sponsor me, but they should. Weakened immune system. Now we know he picked up, what was it called? Malaria over the international break. I'm not saying he does have a weakened immune system, but all of these long-term side effects, you could say maybe he does. And if there's that much room for interpretation, I think there's a legitimate problem. Disruption of reproductive systems, I don't really care about that. I care about the immune system because I need a healthy player. I care about the limb spasms, the muscle control in his arms and his legs. I do care about that. I do care about the numbness in his hands or his feet. The ringing or buzzing in ears is not good. Incontinence, I mean, I think I know what that means based on the little etymology of Greek Latin. I'm going to look it up just so we're fucking crystal clear on what incontinence means. And I know someone in the chat right now is probably like, this is what it means. But incontinence is the inability to control the flow of urine from the bladder. Okay, so I don't really care about, well, I mean, this technically is all in his, internals. I need him running right, but I guess I don't really care about incontinence. I thought that was something else, but I guess I was wrong. So good thing I looked that up. But the memory loss, that's not good. Now, the reaction on social media has been a little different, and I haven't gone to the chat specifically before I said all this for a reason, because first of all, y'all are so beautiful and you distract me every time, you sexy bastards. But secondly, because I want to see what y'all are. I don't want to be swayed in my little monologue by what y'all are saying. I don't want to be influenced. I want to just say what I got to say. I got things bookmarked from Twitter. Some of the reactions are on Twitter, and I'm very curious what y'all in the chat live right now think. Look, we're less than 10 minutes in. I never get down to the nitty gritty on an episode this quickly, and it's not because I'm in a rush. It is because I genuinely believe this to be an emergency meeting. This is a guy whom we have said is to be an engine in our midfield, and that is an area in the pitch in which we require so much brain function. And what bothers me is the long-term effects on his brain. Now, you want to do some silly shit on the weekend in the offseason, I don't really care. But for me, you're a week out before the season starts, and you doing something that genuinely fucks with your brain chemically. Now, whether it's long-term chemically, short-term chemically, I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm just a dude. And again, I've seen it firsthand. And it's not like they became pieces of shit, but, some of them were on the more, how do you say, the ones who frequently did it anyway, they became not the greatest people in life aspiration-wise. Now, they could have been great people for all intents and purposes, but the people who I knew who did it long-term, they weren't the brightest, nor were they the smartest, nor were they someone I would look at and say, hey, I just signed a whole bunch of kids in a position that they play similar to you. Go out there and show them how to be a professional. And he's like, guys, he's said on record that I run the locker room. I'm the engine in the locker room. He's the personality, the DJ, he's all this and that if that is true and this motherfucker huffing gas, I'm sorry, dog. I love Dele Alli, but this is one of the reasons why I didn't want him back when people were talking about wanting him back. There's pictures of him with the balloons and the nitrous oxide. This is the thing for me. No judgment, bro. You want to have fun, do your proclivities or whatever it may be, your little things on the weekend. I was having a chat with someone on Twitter. Shout out Simon Yemaine. He was talking about how in Sweden, this stuff is like over the counter. You can get it anywhere. But to buy alcohol, you have to go to a specific store, blah, 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 blah. But for me, I mean, alcohol is a known poison as well. So like two wrongs don't make a right necessarily, just because one place but it is illegal in the UK as far as I understand the law. It is illegal to consume it to get high here in America as well. So it is illegal to my understanding, but outside of legalities of what society says, I care about Bissouma as the player. Therefore, I don't want his brain being fucked up, his limbs being numb. I don't want his feet, head function, brain, body shit. I don't want that out of whack just because you want to get fucking goofy for 5 minutes in a car while he's driving in between the fucking GQ store and the Gucci store. Because we do know he likes to live a lavish lifestyle. Now, again, it's one of the things that I've enjoyed as a Bissouma fan. I have a number 38 shirt in my fucking closet right now because when we bought him, I was so excited. I was so enamored with the idea of this guy who I've seen at Brighton boss us every time we play them. And I'm thinking, wow, we're really going to get a stud here. And he struggled his first year. I gave him excuse after excuse after excuse. I said, okay, it was Conte, it was health, it was this. Then the next year, it's international tournament. Oh, he got malaria. Oh, he was only good for 9 games. Sarr goes out that 10th game. Then he was kind of ass after that. And then he never really picked that back up. Now, this preseason, I've been seeing him with nice turns on the ball, nice carries, progressive passes, really looking like a player that I wanted to see more of and to continue to nurture the plant that was growing, I guess, so to say. But for me, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'll be so honest. Lucas Bergvall has been giving me every reason this preseason to believe that he could crack into this starting 11. Why am I giving it to Bissouma, who's fucking... All right, so now let's get to the really stupid part. This is the most stupid part about it. Now, doing the nitrous oxide as a professional athlete, I think is fucking stupid. Now, if you're like me or you're a dude who has no wife, no kids, no responsibility, bro, do whatever the fuck you want. No judgment, dog. Inhale as much gas. Enjoy yourself. Live your best life as long as you're not hurting other people or malnourishing others around you, like animals or children, etc. I'm the last person to try and pass judgment on anybody. But when you are a professional athlete, I see that as something millions of people wish they could become. There's thousands of people trying to become that right now, and hundreds that are literally doing it right now, becoming that. So it's really upsetting when someone has just the God-given talent and the work rate that's gotten them to here, like in Ndombele. They just were like, I don't know what Ndombele did. He was never stupid enough. Hey, say what you want about Ndombele. He was never stupid enough to inhale balloons and upload it on the fucking Snapchat. Because I would not be having this conversation right now if he had never uploaded it to Snapchat. Now, there was something I did when I was really young that I was very, very stupid. But I thought people would think I was cool. Here's a little confession before I say hello to the chat. And I'm just getting this all off my chest. All right? When I was young, 8th grade going into 9th grade, very young child. Me and my best friend at the time, I used to skateboard. This is before I became a big motherfucker. I was already big, but it was like eventually I became too big to skateboard. So this is back when I was a skateboarder, and before cell phones and all that shit. So really, people, when they wanted to film shit, you'd use a little camcorder, a handheld camcorder type shit. All right, and me and my friend, we're like, hey, can we borrow that camera? We want to film some skating. We're going to go to one of the parks and we're going to go skate and grind on shit or whatever. I don't really know what the intent was. But what ended up happening was we ended up vandalizing a whole bunch, and we filmed it all, and we thought it was fantastic. I thought it was great. Oh, how beautiful it's going to be. How cool am I going to look in front of all my friends next year? I'm like, wow, Jacob, bro, you're so badass, bro. You vandalized and you, like, you know, did stupid shit on a camera. Like, I guess I thought that was cool somehow. Again, my brain, my frontal lobe wasn't fully done developing. It doesn't fully develop until you're 25, but that's neither here nor there. But again, I've been stupid, and I filmed it. And then I gave that camera with that film back to the owner, whose father then is like, what tape do I have where I can record football practice on? And he goes and he sees my friend shitting in a cup, and then we throwing it on cars. Like, what are we, animals? I mean, again, doing stupid shit's one thing, but then filming it and leaving it evidence. Oh my God, that was a huge learning moment in my life. I remember my stepdad came to me. He said, Jacob, you know how much stupid shit I've done in my life? You know how much dumb, stupid shit I've done in my life? But I never got caught for it because I didn't film it and then fucking share it with people? Leave it in something to then be later discovered? I thought I was being cooler by letting people eventually find out the crimes that we had committed. Oh no, but that was a summer from hell. I'll tell you what. My mother whooped the shit out of me, shaved my head. I went to my dad's, did a whole bunch of chores. There was a whole bunch of shit. But anyway, major learning moment. Stupid. How old are you, Yves Bissouma? I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know how old he is. Is he 28? 27? He's 27. He's 27 years old. His frontal lobe is fully developed. No fucking excuse. Zero fucking excuse. No room for bargaining, in my opinion. Bro, when I was 27, I ain't filmed nothing for nobody to incriminate me with. And I'm not a professional fucking athlete that a lot of kids look up to. Kids wearing number 8 Bissouma. Oh, I want to be a midfielder like Bissouma. Now do you want to be? Every parent probably telling, never wear that fucking shirt in my house. Now I still got the number 38. I'm not a judge, jury, and executioner, so I don't know what the best thing. But look, I just Googled fucking Bissouma age. I just did Bissouma in the Google, and look, it's already, bro, one of the first things that pull up is you huffing gas. Dog, I don't want that at my club. That's my first instinct, is I don't want that at my club at all. This is ridiculous. You are a grown man, a professional. I bought your damn jersey. I'm like so disappointed. I'm like, you know, when a parent's like, bro, I'm beyond mad. I'm just fucking disappointed. I'm not his parent. He don't have any fucking servants to me other than I'm a fan of the club that employs him. But again, to disrespect the club that employs you, which is my club, the club that I fucking yell at motherfuckers for hours on the internet about and text for hours, yelling at motherfuckers for hours for my club, and you disrespect to me, bro. I don't, again, I'm not judge, jury, executioner. I don't know what the right fucking punishment is. That's not for me to answer. It's definitely up to the club and Ainge. But for me, this don't sit right. I don't like it. My kid's seen that shit. Oh, hell no. My life changed. Bro, I think he's a dad. Now you're, as a dad, being like, I'm sorry, world, for doing drugs and uploading it to Snapchat. Bro, the only reason I've ever had Snapchat on my phone since I've been beyond 30 is because Sam uses it. And in Jordan, you can't use the phone on WhatsApp. So he can only call on the phone on Snapchat. It was literally that. Now he's 27, but bro, it's 2024, soon to be 2025, and you still using Snapchat. It's dead, bro. Snapchat is dead. What are you doing? Dog is more stupid than I ever thought. And I think that's part of why I don't want him at my club anymore. And the more that I talk about it, the more I'm getting it off my chest and really understanding how I feel about it. I don't want that at my club because not only one, is it a bad example, it's horrible optics, number two, and number three, he's being a detriment to himself. I want my professionals to be just that, a fucking professional. And that means taking care of the vessel that you have right now and actually improving it so you can be better on the pitch. Now you're taking drugs, inhaling drugs, nitrous oxide, whatever you want to call it, that's a fucking drug. Legalities of society notwithstanding. Memory loss, numbness in hands or feet, ringing or buzzing in the ears, limb spasms, loss of muscle control in arms, long-term effects of gas use. Now, short-term effects obviously makes y'all like, whoa, dude, fucking groovy, man. Which, bro, that's cool in the summer. Again, you want to do what you want to do. I ain't your dad. I'm not your son. I don't depend on you in any manner of my life other than my fandom to my club. And this is just a fucking disappointment. I'll be so honest. I'm so fucking disappointed. Anyway, there's over 100 of you here now, and I've been fucking ranting for 20 minutes. Because I've honestly, I'm fucking disappointed. I just refreshed the YouTube page, and the first comment I see is Jacob acting like a school drugs are bad, okay? Again, bro, I don't care, dog. But my season starts in 7 days, and you're doing fucking gas. Now, if you're some dude playing Call of Duty and you fucking work at McDonald's, I don't give a fuck, dog. Do all the gas you want to cope with the life you're living. I cope with the life I live in different manners, as do you, as does everybody. But from all accounts and purposes, bro's on top of his shit, and he's actually trying to knock himself down. It's a self-detriment thing that I hate. Bro, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's so fucking stupid, dog. Again, any of us, I don't give a fuck, dog. You could be my friend. I wouldn't think any different of you. You go do this, put it on Snapchat. I'd be like, what a dummy. Hopefully he's being safe. That's all I really care about. But this is a guy whose fucking physical body and brain and the connectivity all between the three, not great. Bissouma did nothing wrong. You were overreacting. Okay, King Kai. You probably huff it, and you're huffing it right now saying it's okay. Bro, again, I'm not here to tell him what to do and what not to do with his fucking life. It's just not something I want my players at my club doing. And that's my opinion, and I don't give a fuck how anybody feel about it. That's not something I want my kids or my players at my club to do. Now, if you're the coach, I don't want him doing it either, even though I don't depend on anything but your brain. It still fucks up your brain. Bro, you're 27 years old huffing gas. Grow the fuck up. Sick of these kids, man. This generation think it's all fucking Gucci belts and goddamn watches that cost $125,000. $125,000 could have fed a lot of people. Big up Drula, member for 9 months, says what a fraud. Big up everybody in the chat. I'm gonna make sure I say hello to y'all here. Staffy with the red balloons. Oh, is that for Bissouma? Okay. I'm scrolling all the way up to the top so I can make sure I say hello. I just had to say all that, y'all. I had to fucking rant about it. I've got a poll in the chat. Let me know how you feel. I tried to represent. I guess I should have left an option for the gentleman who says it's nothing wrong. I should have left a nothing wrong option, but I didn't do that. What would you do with Bissouma after this? 45% says sell ASAP, make an example for the youth. 32% says I don't know, but he's more stupid than I fear. And that's where I'm at, bro. I don't know what to do with him, but he is more stupid than I thought he was. I thought bro was smarter than that. I held him to a higher standard as a professional footballer that I was hoping to have a really good season at my club. I mean, Maradona was doing cocaine and he was the best player in the world and no one says shit. But again, it's a different time. He wasn't uploading it to Snapchat. He wasn't saying, hey, here's a photo of it for all y'all. Anyway, big up LFC Aaron. How you doing? Big up Nita.